Yes, welcome back from the break. This is News Tonight. Now, Uganda has recently trended globally, but for wrong reasons. This followed a fracas in Parliament where honorable members engaged in a fist fight. The fiasco witnessed over the past 3 months, with fist fighting on the floor of Parliament, use of derogatory language, a concern that attracted intervention by security organs. An observation made by Jackson Onyango is all in this report.
September 17, 2016, the 10th Parliament had barely been in office for 4 months, but the day turned into one that will live to haunt the country. Former Member of Parliament Kafero Sochitoleko was denied an opportunity to introduce a bill to amend provisions of the Constitution by increasing the retirement age of judges and removing term limits for commissioners of the Electoral Commission.
The duty of tenure of judges is very important.
Those activities can only come when you are given.
Because I still need to be guided. What is the urgency with the judiciary?
A heated afternoon debate left the Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, with one choice: to make pronouncement of a decision that swayed the charged House. Unfortunately, the wording of the ruling set into motion and justified an acrimonious path for the country in as long as the bill was mentioned.
So what we demand from you, bring a comprehensive proposal so that all can be addressed. I will not be able to stop amendments from bringing another amendments. It's not possible. And I said the President.
The National Resistance Movement government stood with the Speaker in discarding Sochitoleko bill.
I mean, Sochitoleko's motion at that time, when he brought it, was not including pertinent issues touching the electoral processes.
The sitting agreed on a curtailment stopping amendment of the Constitution by bits and by an individual, and so the ball was in the hands of government to table the omnibus amendment. This pronouncement set Parliament into a trap through choreographically laid out bait by those frightened that the bill would metamorphose into removal of constitutional age limit for the President. Majority of the opposition and a section of the National Resistance Movement lawmakers upheld amending the Constitution at one go.
Under the Prime Minister of this country, they made a promise to the country that this committee, which had traversed the country collecting people's views, was not doing that work in vain. They undertook to bring comprehensive constitutional amendments through a review commission.
But there is divergent opinion to the meaning and interpretation of an omnibus amendment, contrary to the majority understanding.
The amendments which we needed comprehensively are those which are referred to in the Supreme Court after that ruling of the Supreme Court, that there is need for ample time to amend a number of sections in the law. So those ones, that's why we agreed that they must be brought comprehensively. But this one of the land which was brought, it was brought by the executive government. But of course you can see when it's meeting a dead end.
A few months later, Moment of Reality caught up with Parliament to disprove the resolution that was based on trust and not hinged on procedure and set principle rules under which the House operates. Unforeseen bitter reality that the lawmakers should have been in the know is that the decision for the resolution was not binding. July 13, 2017, the executive moved in to propose amendment of a single article of the Constitution.
I beg to move that the bill entitled the Constitution Amendment Bill,
Article 26 of the Constitution, was sought for amendment to allow central and local governments to compulsorily acquire land.
Is it procedural right for the Attorney General to defy the directive of the Speaker and the orders of this House to come up with a bill that is intended to amend the Constitution in piecemeal?
Members, I don't know what is contained in the bill. I think let him present it, and our committee will tell us what to do with it.
Amidst flared tempers at the committee level,
The issue was the middle ground. The House unanimously resolved, and the Minister considered it.
that we shall withdraw this matter and present all amendments. Now, it is over 9 months ago.
Are you going to run into the same roadblocks you're trying to avoid by doing piecemeal amendments that are going to affect various provisions of the Constitution?
If Parliament cannot save its integrity, who is going to protect the integrity of Parliament?
Chairperson Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee Jacob Both decried lack of enabling provision to stop processing of the bill.
I was the one who can raise the first question. The same House processed this bill. Yes. The same House where we all belong. The contradiction is not from government. If it is from government, has also caused a contradiction here in our House. This is a committee of the House. The House sent the work to us. Now you are moving a motion here to send it back.
Not to the House.
With interruption from the rowdy members, appropriate response as to whether the committee was supposed to dismiss the bill was never again referred to, and thus the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee went ahead to scrutinize the proposed amendment. Igara West legislator Raphael Majezi proposed to amend Article 102B of the 1995 Constitution as amended, providing for age cap for persons eligible to stand for president. Even at this moment, opponents of the bill had not yet given up. The effect of the issue threats by the contenders has had security beefed up in and around Parliament. However, heckling and chants in attempt to block the tabling of the bill for the first reading earns 25 legislators suspension in a nasty way, forcefully ejected from the chambers by operatives the security organs have disowned. Scores were injured in the scuffle. It is observed and agreed that constitutional amendment was a contentious subject. However, the degeneration of the peaceful atmosphere to the extent of fist exchange is largely a fulcrum of a failed adherence to rules, which exacerbated into choreographed moves, connivance, and coercion by either side of the House. Jackson, reporting for UBC TV in Kampala.